Kia ora, tēnā koutou, hello and welcome back to another episode of Thaumcraft 4.2 with Birdtross. As you can see, we are here by the infusion altar, and I have a bunch of these redstone torches and tea flip-flops here. What you can't see is that underneath all of this stuff is a bunch of arcane ears. Surprise! So I did a live stream recently where I have built myself what I'm calling a soundboard, to be honest. I think that's what they call those things in editing. It's this thing back here, and we've got, it's a bit of a work in progress, but I'll go ahead and give this place a bit of a tour. But anyway, yeah, I built this place, Essentia Island, I'm calling it, during a live stream that I did recently, and these are note blocks that are right here. Each of these, there's 12 note blocks here, and they're supposed to control the valves that are on the back of our Essentia tube system right here. That's what all of these tubes are for. I'll go ahead and push one. That should not create any problems, I don't think. No, so if I go ahead and just demo this a little bit, you hit that, creates a nice little note, and then the Thaumcraft block, the arcane ear, I've got one underneath here. Let's go ahead and jump underneath. It's right here. It triggers a bunch of redstone, turns off this redstone torch, and opens up this valve. So that's a way for me to wirelessly control the Essentia tubes that are, or the Essentia valves that are open and closed in this system, which is basically what I wanted ever since I first designed the thing, because holy cow, if you're going to be spending about 10 stacks of Essentia tubes, you might as well have something sweet to do with it. But I only have 12 note blocks here. There are 48 different aspects in Thaumcraft, and so the way that I'm going to go about it is by switching out the block underneath, perhaps with my wand of equal trait. I keep saying wand of equal trait, it's the equal trait focus, and I'll use that to switch out the blocks that we need if and when necessary. And you can see I've put in some signs, started putting in some signs anyway, of what each of these notes will correspond to depending on what block is underneath, because if you have a different block underneath a note block, so there's something like 5 different notes in Minecraft, but we're using 4 of them for this, and we're saving just the 5th one for whatever else that we need the notes for. Anyway, that is the soundboard out of the way for controlling the valves, but the rest of the stuff on Essentia Island is fairly self-explanatory. We've got the alchemical furnace here, just a general use, personal use one for me to break stuff down, and I've got my trap chest and hopper connected up if there are things that do not stack. Now, I've also got this thingy over here. What this is, if I've got any miscellaneous jars of Essentia just lying around with a bit of Essentia that I notice I can top up the tanks with, all you've got to do is put that jar right here, and this thing will suck the Essentia out thanks to the arcane bellows that are on here, and just put them into the system, provided, of course, that you've opened up the appropriate valve. And then over here what we have is an Essentia requester. Now, this is by far one of the most complex things in the entire system, because with the way that the system was before, I've got a bunch of these I have a bunch of these buffers in here as well, segmenting the system and making the suction consistent. Now, regardless of whether or not I had oh dang it, that's going to happen so many times, regardless of whether or not I had a really powerful suction here, it's not going to matter, because with the system that we have, it's just not going to be able to work, because the suction here is always constant, and I've designed it so that the suction is lower. The suction of the buffer is lower than with one of these jars, right? So what I've had to build is this bypass system that basically goes over the old ring network here around the Essentia tubes, and that's what this connects into. This is the connection right here. It generates a maximum suction that you can get out of this guy. Let's get our tuning fork. 128 suction, pretty amazing, but I have the valve closed right now. I'm going to end up controlling this with an arcane ear as well, so that I can have this open and then have one of the things open, one of these other one of these valve systems open, and that's going to send the requested Essentia that we want over here, provided we have a jar here, etc. And the soundboard, of course, all fine and dandy. Now, I realized that when this jar eventually fills up, there's going to be a bunch of Essentia stuck in here, which is why I added in this system over here, which feeds the Essentia that gets stuck back over here, just connects into the back of here and back into the system. So it's pretty cool, and this has got a valve on it as well, so there's a whole heap of work still here to do. Now, something that I didn't realize while designing this is that I actually want to put this guy in there as well, this sort of a personal use centrifuge buffer setup for breaking down Essentias. I want to put that over there as well, and I'd even like to put in a general use Thaumatorium as well. And what I'm thinking of doing is having the centrifuge sort of right here. We'll have our Thaumatorium over here somewhere, and we'll move our requesting system over to here, and we'll move this over a little bit as well, so that we can have more things on here. But yeah, this is what we got up to in the recent live stream. I am fairly happy with the progress, but there's still a lot of work to do. For example, I want to put some redstone lamps behind here just to signify an easier way of signifying whether or not a particular valve is open. So that way, that just saves me having to run back and forth going, is this valve open? Is that valve open? Because we've already had a pretty bad Essentia leak with the system, and I'd like to avoid that in the future. But that's Essentia Island for now. We're going to go ahead and leave this for a future episode, perhaps next episode or the episode after. I'm thinking probably in the next episode what we'll end up doing is probably a little bit more research in the Eldritch tab. There's quite a few things here still for us to research, and there's even these hidden things down here that we haven't quite learned about just yet, so that's all fine and dandy. But for today, as you can see in my inventory, I have some potions. Today, guys, is going to be the day. Today's the day that we fight the Ender Dragon. Oh, baby. Let's go ahead and head over there, and it looks like it's just turned night time, almost fitting in a way. Let's go ahead and get out of here and head on over to the stronghold. So, yes, the Ender Dragon has basically been a thorn in our side for the entire series. I discovered the stronghold quite some time ago, and I wanted to discover it at the time, just that it was nice and easy for me, basically when I'm right now, just to head over there. It's actually not too far. It's actually just off of the coast of the enormous Mesa Wasteland that we've come to know as our home throughout the entire series. Oh, by the way, I said quite some time ago that the Ender Dragon fight would not be the end of the series. That is absolutely true. This is not going to be the end of the series. After this, I mean, you know, even way in the future, even after, basically, there's heaps of stuff that we still have to do within Vanilla Thaumcraft, but even once we've finished Vanilla Thaumcraft, we will also be doing some more add-on stuff, and I'm hearing a lot of reports in the comments that you guys are pretty excited to hear about that. So here's the hole that I dug down to the bottom of the stronghold, the end portal right here. A couple of you guys will have seen this already. Got a bed kind of propped in the corner over there, but we also have only one Eye of Ender left. I went ahead and threw the rest of those in. I think I've got a few spare Eyes of Ender right here. I do. Now, I've made a backup of the world just in case everything goes belly up and all badness, but yeah, I think our inventory is pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Bauble's inventory as well. We have the thermostatic girdle in addition to our bird wings, giving us a pretty good movement speed through the air, so even if we have our spawn in the end in the void, we should be able to save ourselves. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'll actually just quickly fill up our wings with some more Potentia. I've got a bunch of Potentia jars stored up as well. There we go, that's filled to the brim. I guess we'll leave these files behind. Oh hey, there's just a bunch of stuff here that I need to take back to the base at some point. Let's go ahead and get that back in there. Got some vanilla potions as well. We've got some speed potions, strength potion, and instant health. I've got a regen just in case. I'm not expecting the Ender Dragon to actually be able to punch through our runic shielding. We have 17 runic shielding, and then even when our runic shielding goes down, because we have the amulet of emergency shielding, we get an additional 8 when it's depleted. I've got my arrows just in case. I didn't make the bone bow yet. I realized that there's a lot of OP stuff in Thaumcraft. We haven't sort of reached critical mass as far as things that we can get in Thaumcraft. You know, that there's like an end game armor, tools, and runic shielding, and all that kind of stuff, all coming down the line. But I wanted to save that because, you know, we've still got the wither to go, and from what I've heard, there's actually a little bit more to Thaumcraft even after the vanilla bosses, so that'll be exciting. But for now, let's go ahead and get a single Eye of Ender. That should be all we need. I think we're pretty good. If everything goes horribly wrong, I do have that backup that I made, so things should be okay. Let's go ahead and get prepared with our Potency 4 Chain Lightning. And let's jump into the end. Whoop! Now, I was hoping to do a kind of a epic jump there, but oh wow, scary cave sound. And as usual, it looks like we've spawned on the edge here. It's actually kind of a pretty strange end, isn't it? It's sort of ridged a bit, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Now because we have the thermostatic harness or our bird wings, we can actually fly around. Oh jeez. Uh-oh. Oh, hey. Get out of my way. Oh jeez. That is noisy. That sounds like an ender dragon if I ever saw one. I wonder if I can actually damage these beacons that are up here. I forgot to bring the pumpkin in. I wonder if I can damage those with this. No, okay. Looks like I am going to have to use my bow for this, so let's get the bow out. Thankfully I brought a decent number of arrows, and that took out a decent amount of the runic shielding. Holy crap. Okay, let's stand back a bit. Oh man. So we have to take out these energy pylons before we can even think about hurting the ender dragon. Haven't actually seen the ender dragon yet. I've just been very hesitant to kind of just look around willy-nilly because I forgot to bring a pumpkin head. Oh, 2 in 1. Very nice, very nice. Let's keep going here. Oh, lag spike. Oh, there she is! Oh man, dodge! Nice. So this kind of reminds me of my Thaumcraft 2 Ender Dragon fight where I actually... we used the magic carpet from Thaumcraft 2 to get around in the air as well. Yep, another dodge. Alright, doing pretty good here. Can't really see too far. Ow! Hit the Ender Dragon instead of the beacon. Get out of the way. Ow, wow. She took out a lot of our health right there. But okay, let's keep going around. Man, this is a really strange end. I'm not seeing an end quite like this in any of my worlds, guys. I think we're running pretty low on beacons for this lady to charge her life up at. Oh, there's a few over there. Just want to try and see over here. Yeah, there's one hiding in the corner. I've always fantasized with the idea of actually trying to save one of these beacons to make some kind of monument. Oh, I looked at a few men there by accident. But yeah, probably for the best just to take them out, just to make the fight go a little bit slower. And looks like she hit us again. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, let's just check over in this corner. There might be another beacon hiding, who knows. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So far it's been pretty smooth fighting the Ender Dragon here. Let's see if I can spot it. Oh, there we go. It doesn't actually look like we're doing much damage with our shock focus here. Oh, it's not even hurting her at all. What the hell, Asenor? I guess she works a little bit different with the damage that she takes anyway. That runic shielding is keeping us all well and good. Alright, let's... Well, that wasn't a crit, so... Maybe one of the other Foki will work. Perhaps we can try the Earth Shock focus. That might do a little bit more damage, who knows. I'll put this up to potency 4 as well. Let's see, where'd she go? She's kind of disappeared. Let's save our Portentia. See if we can find where she went. She's sort of done a runner. Did I scare her off? Really? What arrow? Come on, girl. Where'd she go? Man, she is just gone. Did she fly into some unloaded chunks or something? Let's head back here. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Wow, a direct hit, and that barely did anything. Holy cow. There you go. How do you like them apples? Alright. Yep, that was a miss. But yeah, looks like our best friend here is the bow. Hopefully I have enough arrows left. Hopefully. I didn't think I was going to have to resort. This is all the arrows that I have, basically, guys. Yeah, as a thaumaturge, you don't really rely on this the bow very much. So it's pretty much, it's come into its own for the first time here in the end. Looks like she's disappeared again. Is she flying into unloaded chunks or something like that? Ooh, that guy's on fire. I guess he's one of those special looty, tutti frutti endermen. Oh man, where is she? I hope I'm adding some awesome backing music, by the way, because it's just got a eerily quiet, epic boss fight, not much going on. Yeah, let's see if we can spot her. Did I just hear something? There's another flame dude. Yeah. Not a whole lot going on there. Where'd she go? Do I have to be on the ground or something? I don't really want to be on the ground, especially when I have the air. Oh, here she comes. We loaded her back in. Alright, she's a-coming. Nice! Nice hit. And coming around. Oh yeah. Oh! Oh jeez. Man, she does a lot of damage. Okay. Let's see if we can get a couple of decent hits in. Looking good. Oh yeah. That was like 4 or 5 hits or something like that. Pretty good. Ow. There goes the emergency shielding. Uh-oh. I love how she's kind of like doing the charge attack and kind of up into the air at us. It's kind of cool. Uh-oh. Not a good sound. Thankfully we're up in the air, so the enemy can't really do anything about us. But yeah, looks like there are a couple of dudes following us. Where'd she go now? There she is. Ow. Yeah, we're getting a lot of good hits here because we're up at about the same altitude as her. Easier to hit her, that's for sure. We've got our health down to a decent amount. We only have 17 arrows left. Make them count. Yep. Oh. Nice. Lead those shots. Uh-oh. Didn't like that. Oh, looks like we might be able to take her out with 1 or 2 more arrows. Oh, no, she's gone again. There we go. She likes to just fly off on her own, doesn't she? Oh well, 1 more arrow is probably going to do it. Oh. That didn't hit her in the belly. Oh, oh come on. 1 more arrow, come on. Oh. There we go. Nice. Wow. There we go. Oh, it looks like we do have a few of the fans here watching. Ow! I thought I had my chain lightning on. There we go. Looks like they're not teleporting away when they're in there. Sucks to be you, man. Well, there we go. That was the Ender Dragon. Let's see what kind of level we get up to here. Wow. Yeah, this is probably going to go all into Folky, to be honest. Because those things are so difficult to enchant. This will save a heap of time. Up to level 73, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's see if any of these XP orbs fell into the prize chute here. I'm not seeing him. No. It looks like we hit the maximum level here, level 73. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a piston or anything like that, so I think we'll just go ahead and save the dragon egg for another day. But yeah, that was a pretty decent fight. Definitely very cool, flying up in the air. That definitely made it go a lot faster, and I think that was a lot easier. I'm glad I didn't have to use any of these potions. We did get a little bit low there on health a couple of times, but man, only just enough arrows. I guess you need to bring a couple of arrows with you every time you go ahead and fight the Ender Dragon. A couple of stacks. Did I say a couple of stacks? Or did I say just a couple? Anyway, looks like we've got the ending credits rolling, but if you haven't seen these for the first time, there's probably some YouTube video somewhere. But yeah, all you have to do is press escape to go ahead and head back into the main game and save yourself having to wait a good 20 to 30 minutes for the ending credits. But there we go, that was a fight with the Ender Dragon in the Thaumcraft 4 world. Yeah, so like I said, pretty straightforward. Not too much going on there, but holy cow, 73 levels. That is fantastic. I wonder, actually, yeah, I have been thinking about what I could do with that wand key. I want to get the equal trade focus powered up because I want to see if I can get silk touch on there, because when you because glass is one of the things that we need to use here for these note blocks, and glass, when you equal trade it out, it doesn't give you the block back. So if there's some kind of silk touch for the wand of equal trade, the wand focus of equal trade, man, I'm just gonna say, stop saying wand of equal trade. That'd be really nice. But anyway, guys, that is it for this episode. It's a bit of a quickie, to be honest. Just not much subject matter to it. We fought the Ender Dragon and whooped her sorry ass, to be perfectly honest. Pretty awesome fight. Hopefully I added some backing music because it's a little bit quiet there in the end. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you very much for watching. Kia kaha, and I'll see you in the next video.